Hey, what's up, guys? Mitch back from the Movement Center. Welcome to another Movement Monday, and it's a beautiful Monday here today, guys. And today we're with wonderful Nicole, and we're talking about low back pain. So this one goes out to any of you guys that are studying a lot in the gym or whatever it is, and you get home at the end of the day and your low back just feels smoked, just sucks. And Nicole, I want you to show everyone where your low back pain is. So,
Okay, so it's right here.
there. So it's right here. So for her, it's general sort of low back position. And the test I want you guys to use today for this is sort of a global extension or full body extension or leaning back movement. We're going to point out just exactly how you guys can sort of work on that, what's relevant, and then we'll talk about ways you can work on this yourself. So first thing we're going to do is take a look at the beautiful, wonderful Nicole with hands up in the air. And I want you guys just to see her kind of normal standing position. So she's already, do you mind if I kind of pull your shirt a little bit here, is quite a bit extended. So you got a pretty big arch here, kind of like that S curve going on. She's trying to, show off to the world, look at me, how awesome I am. But she's got a bit of a curve happening. And most of that's happening from right here where she goes, her pain. Where was her pain again? Right here. So right there is where that is. So now I'm going to have Nicole lean back just like this as far as you can for me.
Okay.
So go ahead and lean. Awesome. And you guys can see that's all happening pretty well from right there. Can you sneak over here and just take a look at that? So sorry Nicole, we won't keep you here long, but right there you can see all that bending happening. And come back up. And you can rest down.
Okay.
Good. So we don't want to kill her. So that can be coming from one of two ways. With extension, really important part, we all sit a lot and our hip flexors get super, super tight. So they pull us in this lockdown position. The other really relevant thing is your upper back. Like that bad stiff, you're going to move more from that lower back or that lumbar spine. So for Nicole today, we're going to work on her hip flexors, and then I want to talk a bit about kind of core control or sort of neutral pelvic position, which is pretty important when it comes to someone like Nicole who stands a lot of her time in this arched, overextended gymnast, awesome, look at me position. So the stretch we're going to do is we're going to come down on our knees here, and you keep the camera over here for us. I'm just going to get something here. This is for your knee. So you're going to pop that down on your knee on the ground. Knees are delicate. Put a pillow down, right? So your knee down, great. End up like that. And I'll show from the side here, guys. What we're going to do is stretch out this leg that's over here. So first thing you're going to do, I see a lot of people do this stretch incorrectly. So they kind of lean back like this, and they go, oh, look how awesome I am, and they kind of do this wonky stuff. The issue is that is your hip flexor muscle, your psoas, or iliopsoas runs from the kind of front side of your lower back to the front side of your hip. If you lean forward and lengthen at your hip, but you extend from your lower back, you're just sort of stretching from one side and shortening from the other. So you got to make sure you keep your hip posteriorly rotated or rotated back, your butt squeezed, and then press your hip forward. And you don't have to move forward very much at all to get this stretch. So for Nicole, if she's here, she's going to squeeze her butt. Think about rotating her hip back. Awesome. How's that stretch?
Oh yeah, I feel it already.
Feels it without even moving, right? And you can see she's barely even straight at all. So if we look at her low back, it's much more straight and neutral. She's squeezing her butt and holding forward and just having an awesome time, stretching, feeling great. Right? You can study like this. It's a good position to hang out in. And she could twist from her upper back to feel a bit more of a stretch as well. Yeah, Nicole?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she feels that pretty good when she hangs out over there. So that's a stretch. I want you guys to do it on both sides, 1 to 2 minutes, hang out, get some good movement in the front of those hips. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to come on all fours like this, right? And what I want us to work on here is sort of neutral pelvic position. So from here, we're going to work on doing kind of rolling your back, flattening, rolling your back up as far as you can. So arching up, and then you're going to go the opposite way and arch all the way. Great. Look, she's pretty good at that, right? And then we're going to find the middle ground between those two. So all the way up, all the way back, and find the middle. Bam, right there. So that's where we want her to spend more time. So once she finds that position, a good way to tell is have a friend watch where she can throw something over her back and get that checked out and make sure it doesn't fall off. And she's going to pull her belly in tight towards her spine to stabilize that front part. And think about squeezing your bum muscles. Awesome. So she's turning on her butt, she's holding, and she's just going to breathe there. Right? And she's going to breathe and hold that position in that neutral spine. So she comes up here, she goes away, down, finds that middle, pulls her belly in and holds. Right? And I'm a stickler with this. Nicole's being nice and looking at me, but I want that neck straightened down because we want good spinal movement all the way across this. So she's going to hold that, and then when she comes up into standing, she holds this for, let's say, 5 seconds, relax, go again, hold that again, another 5 seconds, doing 3 to 4 repetitions of that. Stand it up for us. And then now, if she comes up into standing, we want that to translate. So next time she's standing and kind of hanging out in class, right, doing her sort of thing, we want to make sure she's able to find that position and hold that standing position, belly in, bum squeezed, to kind of activate. So that's kind of where this is going. But you got to be able to activate this stuff sort of gravity eliminated or kind of on the ground, activating this core position, then coming up into an upright posture to do this stuff. Right?
Right.
Awesome. So if you're leaning back in this kind of cool, hanged out position, think about not doing that. Work on your hip flexors to open things up. Activate your core and move like you mean it, of course. Guys, you hit on that like button, go down there, give us a like, subscribe to our channel. We've got lots of awesome more videos coming out. And of course, check us back next week.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys.